everyone, it's me discussing with Chelsea and Ifeild, under 11's manager. As you know, I would be playing for Ifeild Football Club. So what we are going to do is ask questions, he'll ask me them back, and so how do you feel about leaving Gatwick Warriors?
Well, thanks for making me feel so welcome, Charlie, on your debut podcast. How do I feel about leaving Gatwick Warriors? In a few words, I feel excited about leaving Gatwick Warriors. I feel like it's the right time for the personnel that's coming over there with us, the coaches. I feel we've got three very good, experienced coaches in myself, Dave and Grant. As we know, all three of our sons play in the team, and they're highly thought of, and each one of them are captain material, so that goes to show the level that we're bringing to Ifeild.
Yeah, I totally agree with you that it is good to move on sometimes to Ifeild Football Club. All of us have to move on sometimes.
I think everyone's a little bit nervous, and that's to be expected. But at the same time, we're taking over a very experienced group of lads that have been playing football for a number of years now, even given their young age. And I think we can collectively put something really good together that will sustain the future, and we'll be playing football in years to come.
Of course we're going to be nervous, it's a new club. We haven't moved to a new club in a while. But I think I totally agree with you. I think when we grow up to be men, I think we'll be representing Ifeild in our hearts, and just be playing football for them, you know, building up together technically. So
well, we're lucky enough, we're going somewhere where they're very supportive of development and pathways for young kids to play their football there. But not only that, but there's a lot of youngsters that are in the first team, in the men's team, and they're still only 16, 17 years old, and they've been playing for Ifeild since they were under 8. And the fact that these boys are still together and they're playing in the men's team says a lot about the club that we're going to, which I must add have been running since 1948. That's a very long time, and it sounds like they've got a lot of experience in the grassroots for us to thrive.
What is amazing with the Ifeild Football Club is they're building up, but not too fast. Yeah, if that's so it makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
They're building up very slowly. So obviously, they started in 1948, which is a pretty long time ago. But yeah, they're building up very slowly, and I agree with that. They should do little steps. Well,
like you said, they're a very experienced men's side foremost, but the thing is that they've started to look into the youngster development section, excuse me, which they started doing about 2 or 3 years ago, and now they're ready to be in a position to offer football for the wider community. So that gives us a chance. I believe that they might be starting a new under 9s there as well, and the future looks really good for this club, and I'm very, very excited to be a part of it.
Yep. Anything else we want to add?
No, I just think that I think it's the best move that we can all do. I think at the moment these kids that are coming over with us are playing. They're playing at their peak. They're playing at the peak of their level, so to speak. So all it is it's left to me, Grant and Dave, is to make sure that we push these kids in the right direction with discipline, hard work and training, and most importantly, togetherness within the team. And as you know from Gatwick Warriors days, that's something that we managed to apply.
Some of the kids that are coming with us are very experienced. They're pretty good at football. So from the lineup that is going to be here next season, it sounds pretty good to me. Because there's I know kids that are coming with us, and they're really experienced guys. They're really good at football. And on top of that, there's strong defenders, big attackers. Just all of that is coming with us, and I think we'll be a great team.
Yeah, but like I said earlier on, there's strong leadership, and every single player that's coming over, I would describe as an absolute winner. They go out there, they don't play to lose, they don't play to draw, they play to win, and it's evident from what I've seen over the last couple of years. And the good thing is, with the players that are coming over, they're very adaptable. So one of our ethos for this year is to try and get these kids skilled in every position, rather than, oh, he's a winger, he's a striker. That's not what we're after. We want everybody to have a strong understanding of every position on the pitch, and by the time they're sort of 14, they will know their position, and so will we, and that is where we'll harness it. But at the moment, it's about development, it's about togetherness, and it's about commitment, which we're all on board with.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think, but yeah, I think we'll. Yeah, I agree with you.
Good. We're all exciting times. What's the next question? Let's move on.
Let's do. Hang on. What will you focus on in the most? Like, say, like in training, what would you focus on the most?
When we get there, focus. I mean, like I said, we know you guys anyway. We've known you for some time, so we know what you're capable of. So it's not a case of working you out. We need to make sure before the beginning of the season, which I believe starts at the beginning of September, is that you're all fit enough to carry out what we're going to be asking of you, which is a very high octane game of football. It's going to be short passing, it's going to be reliance on each other, and it's going to be trust. But before we can get to all that, which I think we've already got most of that ticked off, it'll be a case of fitness. It'll be a fitness test for everybody for the first probably 1 or 2 sessions. That's probably before we leave and kick a ball, much to the disappointment to everybody else who just wants to play football. I think it's important, and it's shown before in a season that's just gone, that we have managed to come behind a number of times against teams, and that is due to our fitness and drive to make sure we get the win that we wanted, and we want to carry that on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Fitness is key. You've got to have fitness if you want to play football, because there's lots of running, there's lots of tackling in football, and that's part of the fitness. Like dribbling with the ball is what normally players do when they play football. Dribbling with the ball, everyone has to dribble with the ball when they play football. That's fitness.
But what's interesting about that, and it's probably something that you guys at your age, you don't really recognise yet, and it's only when you have old eyes like myself and Dave and Grant that you can pinpoint. And I'll say this to anybody that's watching: it's easy to wonder why your teammate is hogging the ball, or you might think he's just a hogger. For me as a coach, that tells me that there's a lack of trust from the guy who's got the ball to the guy who wants it.
Yeah.
So that guy who's got the ball wants to lead the team, wants to get the win, wants to get the goal.
Yeah.
So, like what I pressed on before, is to make sure that everybody trusts each other. So to play that 1-2 ball, there has to be a level of trust. So that's what we're bringing in with us.
Yeah, I do know a few players that can't trust the team. You need to trust your team if you want to play football. It'll say like 1-2s. If you don't trust them, you can't do that. Well, that's what we want to see, 1-2s.
But it is, and it comes to how you respect each other, how you greet each other when you turn up to training, and it's not a case of just, can I have the balls to kick about? When you turn up to training, I want everybody to greet each other the right way. I mean, for you kids, is you dap each other up, or you spud each other, but it is really important how you boys address each other off the pitch during the games. It counts for a lot, so you really need to make sure you're communicating well on the pitch always. It's almost like if someone passes your ball and there's an opposition behind you, you need to be warned that there's a player behind you, and that is what breeds trust, and that is what we're going to try and get out of you guys.
I think we should start on that.
Yeah, we will. Who
do you have in mind that could be the player of the season for this season?
For last season, it's just gone.
No, like next
season.
Yeah, Ifeild Football Club.
I can call it. There's no way.
There's a lot of there's a pretty good lot of kids.
There is a very highly competitive team, and like I touched on before, everyone in that team is a winner. That are ready to put their body on the line. So, from a coach's point of view, you'd like to think it's going to be a very difficult decision coming into the season. Who would you give it to? It's not a task that you look forward to as a coach because you want to give it to everybody. But I think at the end of the season, to have the headache of trying to choose between 12 players, who is the player of the season, will go to show that we've had a very successful season. So I'll have to answer it then.
This season, you would be because you're the manager. I'm a player, obviously, but you're the manager. You will be getting money for that. So you have told me already you wanted a VA cam. That sounds good. I really want a VA cam.
Yeah.
I as a player personally, I'm not forcing anyone. I'm not forcing anything. I would like a VA cam, so I would like to save up for a VA cam.
Yeah.
For the highlights.
I think it'd be good. I think it'd be good for us to, if we are able to get one of those for our team specifically, it would be good to show you boys what we are talking about when we are giving these drills, giving you tactical decisions, giving you guidance from the side of the pitch. So when we can put it on a big screen, which lucky enough we will have there,
it'll be easy to see.
It'll be easy to see, because that's what they say, seeing is believing, and sometimes it's just as easy to see it in person rather. But so we're lucky because the team that we're going to, Ifeild FC, part of their responsibility for us is that they give us a small budget. It's enough, but they give us a small budget, and what we decide to do with that is entirely up to you, entirely up to us. But we've discussed it before. We would like one of those video cameras that we can look back on, but unfortunately they cost us quite a lot of money.
Yeah, they do.
So one of the benefits of joining Ifeild is that they have a social club there, which is great for us, and I know that we can hold fundraising evenings there, whether it be a quiz or a race night
or like a holiday club, anything.
Wherever we can raise the money between ourselves, and this is one of the things that I've stressed to the parents that I've spoken to, that this team isn't my team, it's not Dave's team, it's not Grant's team, this is everybody's team.
It's our team.
Everybody has a responsibility. That includes the parents. We'll handle the tactics side and the drills and the match days, but in terms of welfare and what we can do as a collective, that'll be down to the parents as well. So we'll be doing fundraising events for our team specifically, and hopefully by maybe Christmas, January sales, who knows, we might be purchasing one ourselves.
Yep, that's true. I heard the men's I know the men's team got a VA cam because I seen this morning the highlights of the other day's game, and from that height, even though the men's team, from that height, it looks pretty clear for me. It looks clear to see.
Well, the good thing is with those cameras is that you can program it to either follow the ball, which most people do, or
follow a player.
Exactly. So there's the possibilities are endless with it, and it would only help us as a team. We've got real aspirations of where we want to be in a couple of years' time, and I think that would be a massive benefit to us.
Yeah. Matt, let's go on to the next topic. The matches I think will be great because we are also going to East Grinstead. We have heard so far. Possibly. But we have heard so far they are making a new AstroTurf. So that's probably
right. They're resurfacing their current 3G, which has been there for about 14 years, which is normally the expectancy life of a 3G pitch. This is at East Grinstead Sports Club. Very great venue.
Yeah, shout out to them.
Shout out to them. I'm really hoping that we can do something with the league there next season and possibly play some of our games there, especially in the winter months. And it'd be awesome to be there because obviously that's where I work. But yeah, no, it'd be good to get over there if we can.
Yep. Yeah, I think possibly most of our matches might be will be played there. Because new 3G pitches are pretty good to play on there.
But they're hard to come by.
Yeah, they're hard to come by. Yeah. I think it'll be cool to play at your workplace.
It would be. It's on a really nice setting and of 33 acres with toilets, which has been an issue for football in this area. Even simple things like getting a coffee. It was something that
you can't do that at
Well, they kind of only brought that in at Broadfield Stadium when we used to play there halfway through the season that's just finished. So, but we've going to East Grinstead. There's all the amenities there, and it's like I said, it's set on 33 acres, and there's woodland. It's just a really nice setting. So it'd be really interesting if we can get our games there for the Crawley and District Youth League, which is what we'll be playing in next season. I should go on to that as well. We had an option of where we wanted to play our football, and I think at this age and in terms of your development, I really don't see, and I'll stand by it now. There might be people that disagree, but I don't think we need to be going down to Eastbourne on a Sunday morning to play a fixture that pretty much you could play a team from around here. In years to come, as we climb the leagues and the tables, which is I expect us to do, we will be looking at further options to play our football. But right now, I think to stay local and support our own league in Crawley, I think that's the right thing to do.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's ridiculous going down to let's say Brighton and Hove to play a game. That you don't know if you're going to win or lose, but I think I agree with the Crawley League because it's more nearer and you're.
I mean, look, let's face it. What kid wants to be sitting in a car for 45 minutes before he plays football? So you're going to be playing your football within 10 minutes of your house, and what's better than that?
Yeah.
And top it off. It's a Sunday. You want to get home. Mum wants to get dinner on, so less stress for the parents as well. Less money you have to spend on petrol, and it's just a better idea for me just to stay local at this age. And then, like I said, in a few years' time, if we feel like we've conquered Crawley, then it's time to move on, and we'll find another league to play because there's plenty of them around.
Yeah, I agree with local. It's ridiculous just sitting in the car for like 2 hours or so, wasting money to go to this game. It's probably like all the down
as well, isn't it?
Yeah. About this training, what's our main focus for that next season for training?
For our training?
Yeah.
Should be training twice a week. The good thing is myself, David Grant, we've got a very good understanding of drills and what drill does what. You'll find a lot of coaches will just put on drills and they don't know why they're doing them, whereas we know we need to do. If we took something from a game, I don't know, maybe we wasn't being physical enough, then we would incorporate that in our next training session. So it's a case of let's get through the summer, let's play out a couple of tournaments, let's get some friendlies in, let's see what we need to work with, and each week by week we can determine what we need to work on as a team. So until we start playing the games, it's very difficult to say, we'll be doing this in training, we'll be doing this. But what I will say is that the training sessions will be intense. I think anyone that knows me knows that my sessions are very high energy. We're really looking forward to that.
I agree. You also, if you want to play matches, you've got to do high quality training. You can't just like do passes.
No, but this is a good thing with, like I said, with Dave, especially because, you know, he's coached at a much higher level than I am.
Yeah.
You know, he's coached out in the States with some really big teams, and he's got some really good ideas, and some of it is to do with like even mobility stuff. It's not just ball skills, ball mastery, who can shoot, who can pass, who can tackle. Football goes a lot deeper than that for me. You know, football is a mental game. It's not all about what you can do with the ball at your feet. I've said this time and time again, you're looking at a 60-minute game. Per child is likely to get the ball at their feet for probably 2 to 3 minutes at most. So like what I've said to the guys before, what are you doing in the rest of that time? So in 60 minutes game, you've got that ball at your feet. What are you doing the rest of the time? We're talking about positioning. We're talking about spatial awareness. We're talking about looking around, scanning, things like that. We're talking even being vocal with our team and spotting the dangers when you need to. So there's a lot to football, and it's the quicker a young player realises that it's not all about what you do with your feet. They will excel and they will progress and they'll develop into very good footballers. And it's just, get these guys scanning. They need to scan. Kids need to scan. And there's a lack of scanning amongst every team I've seen. So that is one thing we're hammering.
I agree with you with the scanning. People like Di Maria, Messi, they all scan, even Ronaldo, stuff like that. People like that.
There's some really good players, past and present, that you guys, I know you're massive on YouTube and shorts and things like that. There's so many players that you can follow or watch that do it very well. Like you named a few. Messi, obviously top of the list. Xavi used to play for Barcelona. Frank Lampard,
he was a really good.
Frank Lampard was one of the best that ever did it. And for a player who wasn't really highly skilled, that's nothing to take away anything from his game. He scored. I think he's got the record for the most goals for any midfield player in the Premiership, which is where he plays. So it goes to show that he knew what he was doing, and his scanning is a very, very important part of your skill set.
Say like a defender was say like you're calling for the ball if it's a throw for your team. If a defender comes straight at you, you need to scan, obviously.
Well, an opposition defender. Yeah. So this is what I've always said to you guys: is when you ask for the ball, have a plan in your head. Don't just ask for the ball, because the worst thing you want is you've called for the ball and there's an opposition player less than a foot away that can just pinch it off you. But that said, you need the communication from your own players, from your teammates as well. You need two things. So if you, like you just said, if you come to a dribble on or a throw in or something like that, and you've come short to get that ball, first of all, as you're walking towards or jogging towards the ball, you're checking your shoulders, making sure you're not getting followed, like you would do if you was walking down a dark alley at night time. So you're checking your shoulders, making sure there's no one behind you, and that's kind of how you want to see it. So you're coming to the line to receive that ball, checking your shoulders, coast is clear. He passes your ball, throw in, or we'll probably still be dribbling next season. But if someone does happen to get behind you, and you didn't see them or they're in your blind spot, you need to rely on your teammate.
Peel off them or something.
Yeah, you can peel off them, but you need to realise you need to get the call from your teammate.
Yeah.
And there's simple communication techniques you can use. Man on, play it short, and this is how you lads need to start talking. You need to start talking more on the pitch. So you've come short for this ball, you check your shoulders, no one behind you, all of a sudden, ball comes to your feet, he's got behind you because he's quick. But you need to hear it from a teammate that man on, he's behind. So you've got that. Communication is massive.
Yeah, of course it is. Gatwick Warriors. We have left Gatwick Warriors. We do. I personally thank them for what they brought me. They have taught me a lot of football. I remember a long time ago I played for a different team. I was.
Are you going to mention a different team?
No.
Are you not going to mention our different teams, Holly? All right. You don't want to mention Gatwick United?
I played for Gatwick United. I was terrible there.
It wasn't terrible. Listen, that was your beginning step. That was where you first started, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, you would have been maybe 8 or 9.
I think I was 8 or 9.
I think you was.
Yeah, I played for them. Well, it was my first time. I didn't know anything about football, but when I left to Gatwick Warriors, they taught me so much. They brought me so many things. They had holiday camps. They taught me stuff from that. But yeah, I thank them as well.
Good.
But of course, we have to move on. Every time, it's a part of life. We have to move on.
Yeah, but it's important to remember the journey.
Yeah.
You know, because as much as it is good to look towards the future, you have to remember the journey that you've been on and the journey that you're on now. And then start thinking forward. So, you know, what we've been through, obviously with Gatwick United, where it didn't really go to plan there, and we've had a good couple of seasons with Gatwick Warriors. Obviously, it didn't end how we wanted it to, but it ended nevertheless. And like I said, you have to be humble and say thanks for giving us that opportunity.
Yeah.
And we hope that we served you just as much as you served us, which I think we did. I think we've all played our part. You know, Gatwick Warriors as a community has looked after us, but also you've got to remember the community has looked after Gatwick Warriors. So without the community, Gatwick Warriors wouldn't be the club that they are. So as much as, like I said, it's nice to thank them, and I'm glad we can, but they have to be grateful themselves to the people that have made it what it is today.
Yeah, we know it's not gone to plan at the end when we left, but still, they have brought us a lot, and but they do also have to thank the people that has helped us.
It's give and take. You have to. It's the thing. It's if there's no give and take, if it's just take, what you'll find, probably too young for you to understand at the moment, but you get egos involved where people think that they are above everybody else, and you have to remember the whole word community means everybody.
Yeah.
So it's like I said to you earlier, this isn't my team, this is all of ours, everybody's. And
it's a community.
It's a community. Everybody has a piece. Everybody has a say. Everybody has their share of where it's going as a project. And this is what we call it. We call it the Ifeild project.
Yeah, we called it.
You should have introduced it as the Ifeild project. This is a Charlie and Ryan Ifeild project podcast.
Well, I'm going to put on the title.
You
so
can do that.
Yeah. That's it.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. Thank you a lot for joining with us.
Thank you.
We have
Thank you for being my captain for the last season, Charlie. And,
thank you for being my coach. I mean,
but the thing is,
Chelsea's Grinstead and that.
Yeah, any coach will tell you this. It's I'm trying not to use such a big word for you not to understand. It's a delicate situation.
But yeah, Ryan Robinson joined us, and yeah.